tupatie ile habari sahihi, na tunapata tungependa tu kuadhimisha kwamba sisi kama bunge hatuwakilishi serikali. Nadhani pia mnalifahamu, sisi tunawakilisha wananchi. Kwa hivyo mazungumzo yetu mengi hapa yatakuwa tunaongea kwa niaba ya wananchi. Ninyi upande wa pili mnawakilisha serikali, kwa hivyo mtaongea kulingana na mambo ya serikali. Sisi tunaongea kwa niaba ya wananchi. Kwa hivyo tunapata kulaumiwa sana ya kwamba kuna mambo mengi hayaendi sawasawa, na ni lazima kuwe msimu kuwe na mabadiliko. Kwa hivyo labda tu tuanze na swali la kwanza ambalo litaenda kwa waziri wa fedha, ambalo litaelekezwa na mwenyekiti. Kuna mengi ambayo tutapata fursa ya kuingia nje na hii ya supplementary, lakini tutaanza kwanza na hii idara ya fedha, alafu wale wengine mtapata maswali yenu baadaye. Asante sana mwenyekiti.
Thank you. First question goes to the CEC Finance. Please update us the status of implementation since the budget was approved. Implementation status since the budget was approved.
Thank you very much, Chair, for giving me this opportunity to come in the federal supplementary. Okay, before we start, our budget was approved on the 7th of August.
Please, when you're answering something, can we stand so that we can see because so one on that we see one so that I may be doing one on my
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for giving me this opportunity to go straight to the point for the implementation status of the projects. Well, our appropriation was published on the 7th of August, after it was passed on the 2nd of August. We published it on the 7th of August, and on the 17th of August, we got a clearance from the COB. Then we started our requisitions operations in September. So that's when we started our operations. Due to this uncertainty of the Nino and everything that was happening in our county, that is when, due to this uncertainty that was happening in the county, the BQs had already been done, but due to the uncertainties, they were taking time to be acted upon.
Thank you. I think we're also listening the response from the CECs and the chief others. Be very clear on it. Let's go to the second question. Okay, maybe you want to add something, the Vice Chair. Sorry.
Waziri, tunajua kwamba ni kweli kuna hilo janga ambalo limetokea, lakini tu tujaribu kuwa wakweli. Hili janga la El Nino limetokea tu hivi karibuni, mwezi mmoja tu uliopita, kama sijakosea ni mwezi wa 11, na hapo umetuambia kwamba mmeanza kufanya requisition mwezi wa 9, ambapo El Nino bado. Pengine tu tufahamishe katika hali ya kufanya hiyo requisition, ni pesa ngapi ambazo umefanyia requisition kwa sababu ya maendeleo?
Thank you very much for that question. So by the time we were doing the supplementary, there were some projects that had already gone to advertisement stage, and that were the conditional grants, the county aggregated industrial park, county contributions, that it is ongoing even right now, the purchase of 3 sets of equipment, more umbrella and tractors. So those were the projects that were already implemented, but were already in advertisement stage by the time we were doing this supplementary.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Representative Germani. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, Chair, when you look at the supplementary budget, minute number 2 of 28th of November, the review, Honorable Chair, it says that the County Executive Committee is revisiting the issue of supplementary budget in view of the developing situation on the El Nino rain. So my question to CPA Brenda is what specific interventions have you put in place to address the El Nino emergency in this supplementary budget? The specific, because we are seeing, Honorable Chair, figures that are taken from development to current. So we want the specific item telling us this is the intervention of El Nino rain in this supplementary budget. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Odogo. During our supplementary budget preparations, there were emerging issues. There were emerging issues that led us to do that supplementary budget. And addressing the issues of El Nino, we realized in the budget of the last financial year, you had approved 1% of the emergency fund. And that 1% was not enough to get us for these emergencies that were taking place. So as the cabinet, we sat down and agreed that let us raise it to 2%, which is the standard for the emergency fund. So whatever we were doing, we were removing from the development part, we were taking it to get us to the emergency fund to raise it to 2% so that we can be able to cater for what is happening after now we've gotten the money. That's when now we'll go to the departments and then now we plan for that money.
Chair, I don't know whether that question has been answered because we've been approving just a wholesome figure here. You know, a figure of around 500 million, 106 million for emergency. That cannot guarantee this house or the public that this money is going to be spent on a specific thing on El Nino. So what I wanted, Chair, and maybe my fellow members wanted to know, is this amount of figure that has been taken from development budget, 140 billion. Because we've seen in some cases, this money has been given to some allowances. Maybe it will come later as a question. We've seen like there's some place in this budget that there was house allowance of 6 million. Now you've added another on top of that to be 12 million. So that one cannot help the people of Tana River. It's not emergency. So what I want to know
you've put specific in some places. Yes, these allowances that has been said, this one goes to the office of the governor, this one goes to the finance, this one goes to this office. But for a little intervention, you've never said anything in this budget. The Department of Special Program has been given money. The Department of Finance has that emergency fund. But you've not told us that this amount from 140 million, let's say 80% or 50% of that money will go direct to illegal interventions. So, Chair, I just wanted clarity on that. Because we are representing people. We are the overseers of these money funds. So kindly tell us, in this budget, where anything concerning El Nino has been written, because I went through this document and I have not seen. So kindly tell us where the El Nino intervention is.
Very well, I think it's very clear, and the question is, some of the interventions yesterday we have seen, you have said a certain amount will be given for allowance, something like that you identified clearly. Whereas we have not seen any place saying maybe a certain food will be bought for emergency, certain medicine will be bought for certain clinic and all that. So we need to be specific. Where 156,440 Kenya shilling will be going to. So be specific and tell us how will this 140 will benefit Tana River community through El Nino disaster. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Okay, to be specific on the emergency, on the budget and the emerging issues that we can on the financial year, you had given us 65,990,249, of which up to this time, it has only been unlocked 50% of that. On the 50%, what we've done, we've already committed on the ambulances that were stalled. We've already unlocked them. As we are speaking, the work is going on. We've already committed the boozers, the water boozers that will be used in taking water to the affected areas. So that is what we've committed with the first half of the emergency fund. Okay. On this other one that we have already added on our supplementary, we classified them on the what will come from the emergency fund and from each department. From the Department of Health, we had disease surveillance and outreaches, which was 5 million. From Department of we also had food security, which was seeds, seedlings, food items, tractor trailers, post-harvesters, and then distilling of storm water, drainage, opening of waterways, and blocking of culverts, bush clearing, and earthworks, emergency road repair, community water treatment chemicals, water purification. So in our emergency kit, these are the things that we want to do. We also have the distilling of storm water, drainage, opening of waterways, and blocking of culverts, bush clearing at Madogo, Hola Municipality, Bura, and Ampia.
What's your point?
Mzangamkia si mtoka. Mheshimiwa Kodogo aliuliza why na 40 million from development kind of current pesa hizi stand from imeenda mambo za housing. Sijui nani anajibu ni waziri wa fedha. Mambo za seeds, mambo za anaambia si imetoka wapi. Aende kwa get the point. Hiyo pesa 140 million imetolewa from development kind of current na imeenda mambo za allowances. Why sasa anaongelea mambo?
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. I think we give just audience, we wait until the question ends, then we can respond where the conclusion comes. But I'm saying the CEC, please be exact to the point and be brief. And let's listen and give audience first, then we will answer how the question will end. Thank you very much.
From the way I got the question, I think that, but from the way I got it, you asked from the budget of the supplementary, whatever we had catered for emergency, what have we catered for emergency? Which is the emergency issue that stands right now, which is the ending. Have I gotten the question right?
Swali aliuliza ndugu yangu ni kusema 140 million tutafanya na nini? Tuambie kitu fulani ambaye anataka kufanya ama imefanyika vile unasema opening waterways and all that, yes, but what benefit? That is also the life of the community in Tana. Thank you.
Labda kufanulia zaidi waziri kwa kulifupisha hilo swali ni kwamba kwa sasa tuko katika janga, na wakati wa majanga kuna changamoto. Mfano, barabara kwa zinavunjika, si kama tunaelewana. Mfano tu rahisi, mahali mimi ninaishi, hii road yangu ya Kimboni, saa hizi wewe ni kutuma uende waangalie mjini huwezi fika kwa sababu hakuna barabara imevunjika, na ni yale matukio ya majanga ambayo yanatokea baada ya nini, sio kama tumeelewana. Mashamba na manyumba ya watu yamevunjika, yamesombwa na maji, ndio yale matukio ambayo sasa sisi kama wananchi tunayaangalia ama kama viongozi, serikali yatatatua vipi ili kurekebisha haya mambo madogo, kwa sababu inasikitisha, sisi kama viongozi imefika mahali sasa tunatumia pesa za mfukoni kutatua matatizo ambayo yamesababishwa na majanga. Mfano leo barabara, nimeweka vijana wameenda kufanya usafi. Hata hivi tunavyofikiria, nataka kupeleka hizi matraka ya mara kwenda kujaza mashine mahali fulani, ambayo hiyo si kazi yangu, ni kazi ya serikali kusaidiana. Watu wako na njaa, watu wamepata magonjwa, wanahitaji madawa na hawajawafikia. Sasa tunataka kutumiza pesa hizi, pesa zinataka kuongezwa ili kutatua hili, kutatua hili. As simple as that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for elaborating on that point. From our budget, we are taking care of what is happening at this particular time. So what we were looking at were the seeds that will be in the affected area. We were looking at the also looking at the coordination like fuel, other costs that will be used in monitoring or rather going to rescue what is happening. And then on the water that the affected people were using, we also took care of that. So in whatever that we had, we classified. There are some people who were also affected and we needed to buy them iron sheets to build something at least to have shelter. So we considered shelter, we considered mattresses, we considered blankets, we considered the mosquito net, sanitary.
What's the point of order?
Chair, is just a concern. Is what the CEC is reading here, written in the supplementary budget. Is it in the supplementary budget? Is it in the supplementary budget? That's the question that I just wanted to ask. Whether those things that she is telling us is written in this supplementary budget.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Madam CEC, Finance, what you are doing is valid, fine. But is it in the report that you submitted? Or is something that you have in mind in your computer and you are telling us it's not the report, but that is what you want to do? Is that the point? Because you have not seen all these you are reading: water treatment, iron, shelter, road opening, mattresses, seats, fuel, very genuine. But the question is, are they here in the report, what you are reading? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman, for giving me another opportunity. Whatever I'm reading is what will be in the emergency. This is an emerging issue. I think you asked me of the 140 million, that what are we going to do with it? So it is.
Order, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa Kodolo, can I give you also opportunity again to finalize that?
Yeah. Thank you, Chair. Chair, just tell my fellow members that there's no hurry. Because this is 140 million that is being deducted from the development budget coming to the current. And we want to see each coin where it goes. So just bear with me, let us sit up to midnight. Mr. Chair, I've had Honorable CPM Brenda, but whatever she was reading, it was in her defense, but it is not written in this report. So we are not sure whether it will be implemented. But my question is, Chair, we have allocated 5.2 billion in recurrent, and out of that, only 1.8 has been spent. Since we approved the budget, only 1.8 has been spent. And now they're requesting for another 140 million from the development. So I'm asking, which justification will you give to us and the people of Tana? We've allocated 5.2 billion, you've spent 1.8 only in 6 months. From July to disable. And now, you want an additional of 140 million hiding behind the curtains, telling the people of Tana you are in need of this money because of El Nino rains. And some money is being allocated to house allowances and travel expenses. It is in this report. So which justification are you giving us? I need the justification of this 140 billion. Second, Honorable Speaker, Madam Chair, she was talking about opening of waterways, the drainage at culverts. Chair, I have stormwater drainage in the budget for Bura town, 30 million. But to my surprise, it is written 20 million, and that 20 million has also been taken away from the department. So I'm asking, isn't drainage on its own an emergency or not? If you are taking that amount, the water storm drainage in Bura town, you are taking it from development and you are putting it into the recurrent. And here, you want to justify that you are taking this money to open the waterways and storm